Are you guys ready for the main event? Now, in this corner, brought to you by SVG and Anthony Delmedico, weighing approximately 150 pounds from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's won 15 major world titles. He's been named the Fighter of the Decade and a 6-time winner of the ESPY's Best Fighter Award. He's been ranked by ESPN as the best boxer pound for pound. He's been the most lucrative pay-per-view attraction of all times in any sports. He's tops the Forbes list of the 50 most highest paid athletes in the world. This man has accumulated approximately $24 million in pay-per-view purchases and over $1.6 billion in revenue throughout his career. He has a perfect professional fighting career with 50 fights and 50 wins, 27 by knockout. He is the best looking man with the quickest hands. He's the most paid athlete in the world. Ladies and gentlemen of the SVG World Conference, make some noise as we bring out the man who needs no introduction. The man who functions off of hard work and dedication. The sensational, the undefeated, undisputed boxing heavyweight champion of the world, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Train to go. I had to change my goals. Relocate, I had to change my zone. Feel the energy and make it flow. Stack invest, I had to make it grow. Cuban links, you rockin' chains and gold. Remember when they tryna chain the door? Fresh up out the gate and I'ma make it known. Understand, I'd rather now than later. Late night creeping like an alligator. Stacking paper that collect the data. Know that everything we do is major. Polka dot, know I can spot a hater. Know the whole city in my favor. Place a vote, I should've ran for mayor. Ho, should've ran for mayor. Train to go, train to go. Train to go, train to go, train to go. Train to go, train to go, train to go. Train to go, train to go, train to go.
First, I want to start off and just say thank you to everybody. I'm glad everyone made it here safe. I know we're going through a lot as far as with the pandemic and the coronavirus, but we're all here and we're all safe, and that's what it's about. My story, my background to how I got to where I got to today, I didn't do it by myself. I didn't do it by myself. It all started with a dream. My father had a dream. My mother had a dream. Then eventually, my team and myself had a dream. We have to believe in ourselves if no one else believes in us. We have to believe in ourselves. And boxing was the driving force in the beginning. But then we had to take things to that next level, far as real estate, far as building generational wealth. Now, I'm gonna kind of give you guys, I can't give you guys, but I'm gonna tell you guys a story to basically how it all started. My dad started off, he was a fighter. His career didn't go good, so he took it to the streets. He was a hustler. My dad hustled day in and day out to put food on the table for my grandmother, for my siblings, for himself, and for me as well. Then one day, my dad took me to the gym and told me, listen, the less you get hit, the longer you last. And this is not just in boxing, just in life, period. So eventually, I started off fighting, and my career was going good as an amateur fighter, because I started off boxing in 1987. From 87 to 1996. And actually, in 1993, my dad went to prison, left me by myself. I was only 16 years old. Even though my dad hustled, sold drugs, and my mother was on drugs. My dad went to prison. I didn't let nothing stop me. Nothing can stop me from getting to where I'm trying to get to in life or where I was trying to go in life. My mother, no matter what she did, still loved her unconditional. No matter what my dad did, still loved him unconditional. Because only God can judge us at the end of the day. And I know my dad, no matter what he did, he wanted the best for me. My mother wanted the best for me. So I know you guys sometimes see the outgoing Floyd Mayweather when I'm selling a fight, as far as on pay-per-view. But I got a story to tell. And if nobody don't love me, I love myself first. I believe in myself. I believe in my skills. I believe in my talent. So going to the 1996 Olympics all by myself, without my father there to have my back, without my father there to give me that support that I needed. In the summer, in the Atlanta Olympics in 96, I was fighting in the semifinals. I was fighting against the world champion, the amateur world champion at that particular time. And I knew I really wanted to fight. But at the end of the night, my hand was raised, but he really wanted to fight. So they raised his hand because, well, when they at the end of the fight, when they said the winner, I think they said the red corner, which he was in the red corner, I believe I was in the blue corner, and they said the red corner, but everybody thought I had won. So the referee made a mistake and raised my hand because he knew I really wanted to fight. And even though I didn't win gold medal in the Olympics, I was happy that that happened to me. That was the best thing to happen to me in my life, was for me to receive the bronze medal in the 1996 Olympic Games, because that made me strive harder, more in life, because without that, I wouldn't be standing up here talking to you guys today. So what I did, when I got my medal, they put my medal around my neck, I went back to the hotel and I cried. Because I felt like I let my father down, I felt like I let my family down. But then, and I cried and got on the plane, headed to New York City, I cried. Then I said to myself, listen, you're fighting for a medal. You gotta look at the bigger picture. You want your dad to come home from prison. You wanna take your mother and your family out of poverty. So you know what I did? I said, okay. I got a call, I think 2 days later I got a call. Because when I went home, my family threw me a party. You know, they was happy for me to receive the bronze medal in the 96 games. I went home. And I said, you will never lose again. You will never lose again, no matter what. You're gonna go out there and give it your all and give it 100% every time you go out there, no matter if it's 10 times, no matter if it's 20 times, and even if the guy's hand is raised, you know that you gave it 100%. So we started off in 96, 19 years old, crazy 6-figure contract. Within a year and a half, before even 2 years, 17 fights and I was world champion. So we're fighting, making money, fighting, making money. And my dad is with me. So eventually me and my dad is not seeing eye to eye. So what did I do? I said, gotta stay loyal. So I was working with my uncle, because my uncle was also working with me throughout my career when I was a kid, when I used to fly to Las Vegas. So what I did was, I'm loyal. You have to be loyal. I was loyal to my dad. I was loyal to my uncle because I kept it in the family. Eventually, I got to a certain point to where I felt like I wasn't growing anymore. So I wanted to become my own boss. So what I did was, I went to the bank, got a check, wrote a check out for $750,000. I took a $750,000 check to, at that particular time, my promoter was Bob Arum. I gave him a $750,000 check and said, I want to become my own boss. Because at that particular time, I was a multi-millionaire. Soon as I gave him a $750,000 check, I became my own boss. My first fight, I made 8 figures. I was making crazy seven-figure paydays. But as soon as I gave him that check, I became my own boss. It was 8 figures. Then eventually, I was gradually working my way slowly. Then I fought Arturo. It's not the Arturo Gotti fight. Was my first pay-per-view fight, but I still was with Top Rank, and that wasn't. It was cool money. I think it was six to 8 million, but eventually we worked our way 30 million. What 25 million, 30 million, 35 million, 50 million, 100 million, 300 million, 350 million. But I feel that when we use the word rich, rich is for a short period of time. I believe in wealth. That's long term. Building generational wealth, long term. Making your money work for you. And that's what I do to this day. You guys, I want you guys to get your cell phone. I want everybody looking at their cell phone. I want you guys to Google this. Go to, this is my last project that I built in New York City. One Vanderbilt, and then you Google my name behind One Vanderbilt, which is the tallest building in New York City, and I'm a part of that project. And I'm constantly building my real estate portfolio. If I'm not mistaken, right now I own I think 9 to 10 skyscrapers in New York City. And I got buildings in Las Vegas, we got buildings in Miami, we got buildings in LA, because those are the 4 places that I live: Vegas, LA, Miami, and New York. But you have to constantly, but the thing is this: I didn't get to where I got to not believing. Life is a gamble. Today when we got up and got out of bed and got in the car and drove over here, we took a gamble. All 50 times I went out there and fought, I took a gamble. Now it's time for y'all to take a gamble. Y'all have to believe. You guys, y'all say to yourself, I believe. Okay, if you really believe, this is what we got to do. We got to go back to old school, pen and paper. What I do every day is I write my goals down. I talk about this all the time. I write my goals down and I sit it on my nightstand and I say, well, what are we going to accomplish today? 1 month go by, what have you accomplished? 2 months go by, what have you accomplished? We just getting started in April, and today, Monday, what I'm going to do, buying another building. And if you guys want to buy a building, what you got to do, get your credit right. Credit is very important. I just happen to be able to have a lot of cash because I was kind of smart. And make sure you surround yourself with people that is ambitious like you, want the same thing that you want. We cannot be putting our money into things that depreciate. We got to put our money into things that appreciates. See, what we see is Mayweather is just flashy. He got flashy cars. He got flashy jewelry. No, I got a beautiful family that I take care of. I have a team that's behind me, and I push them every day. I tell them, listen, be the best that you can be. I tell my security every day, while you're working for me, I'm going to help you build your own security company. So while you're not just making money for me, you're making money in other places. This is the person that I am. And y'all got to set goals. Write your goals down. Because when you put it in your phone, you'll forget all about it. Now, we got 24 hours in a day. 24 hours a day. Now, 8 hours we sleep. No, okay, 8 hours we sleep. And then somebody else, the people that work at 9 to 5, that's 8 hours. So that's 16 hours in itself. Then we got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So what we at, 19 hours? So if we got 5 hours left, we can't spend 5 hours on social media. We got to be looking at, we have to be on the internet looking up something that's productive or something that could take us to that next level. Y'all have to believe. I believe that's why I'm where I'm at today. I'm sitting up here on the stage right now, and I'm waiting, right now, I'm waiting for a $100 million wire. You know why? Because I believe, and I surround myself with winners. People have to be ambitious like you. People have to have the same drive you got. People have to have the same goals you're trying to accomplish. I didn't get here overnight. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. I didn't become world champion in a day. I started boxing, and I actually had my first fight in 1987. But I had these goals set way before 87. I knew what I wanted to do. Long-term, generational wealth. That's our goals. That's our goals. But we have to set small goals first. We have to set small goals first, and we have to push ourselves. And if it's a company that you already built, now you tell your children, listen, y'all take this to the next level. I told my son, and I tell my two boys and my two daughters, I said, you know what we're gonna do? I already made $1.2 billion. Now it's time for you guys each to make $1.2 billion. You guys I tell my children every day, appreciate me, appreciate my hard work. Now it's time for you guys to go out there. Because I'm not giving you nothing. But I give them a starter kit far as no car payment, no house payment. Now it's time for you to go out there into the real world and make a way for yourself. The same way I made a way for myself. My dad showed me a skill, and I said, you know what? I could take it to the next level. Dad is a multi-millionaire. Mom is a multi-millionaire. My daughter just had a new grandson. And if my kids can't take care of it, I'm gonna give it to him. I believe in my team. I'm not the smartest one on my team, but I'm also not the dumbest one. What makes me so smart is I surround myself with smart individuals. Once again, we have to write our goals down. Once again, we got to strive for greatness. Everybody may not see $1 billion, but even if you guys see $1 million, still know how to leverage it, still know how to balance, because you have to be able to balance money on a small scale before you can balance it on a big scale. And always keep half. If you work a 9 to 5 and you get a check weekly, most people that work a 9 to 5 get a check every 2 weeks. Even though I never worked a 9 to 5, I still know what goes on. So if you work a regular job, a regular 9 to 5, if your check is $2,000, $1,500, whatever the number may be, please put half of your money up. You have to save money for a rainy day. When I make $50 million, I put $25 million up. When I make $100 million, I put $50 million up. When I make $300 million, I put $150 million up. For 25 years, exactly 25 years, I've been living the same life. And if God willing, I can live, 50 more years. Even though we making money, what's also important is drinking a lot of water. It's very important because you get to a certain age, you're not going to always look. You know, when you're 24 or 25 or 23, we think we always going to look the same. We don't ever think about, we don't think we're going to get 40 or 50 years old. Yes, I said it. I look like this. I work out. Your health is your wealth. I do it for myself. Because you can make a lot of money, not eat right, not care. Your money go in somebody else's hand and be blown. So working out is important. Drinking water is important. And know what you're trying to accomplish in life is very important. I know they put me on a timer to come up here, but when I'm giving back, there's no time. I could be up here an hour, 2 hours, it doesn't matter. It's very important for me to give back to my American people. Very important. So so I retired. Yes, did I retire from boxing? Absolutely. But did I retire from making money? No, I didn't. So I didn't feel like when I left the sport of boxing that I should have went home, kicked my feet up, let my hair turn gray, and get a pop belly. No. What I want to do is constantly go out there, help my team, help my loved ones, and constantly just grow in a whole nother field. What I'm working on now is a new project. This new project I'm working on, just for me, the hookah lounge. I'm getting a hookah lounge because, I mean, everybody's, hookah's going crazy now. What I do every day, I try to work out every day. I own a skating rink, so I love to go skating. I'm just telling you guys a little bit about me, what I like to do. Love the movies. Actually, I want to buy a movie theater because I love the movies. Ohio? Okay, yeah. Akron, a great place with LeBron, right? Okay. Hell of an athlete. But I'm just like you guys. If today I don't feel like going to a 5-star restaurant, or if I want to go to Burger King or McDonald's, I got cheat days also. Got the picture? Okay. But every day I strive to be a better person. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but every day I strive to be better. And if I can push you guys to be better, it'll make me feel good at night when I go to sleep. And I just want to say to everyone that showed up, thank you for having me. I'm sorry for being late. They actually left my bag on my plane. So I told the guys, you guys got to get my bag so I can look presentable for you guys. I didn't want to wear a sweatsuit. I want to look presentable, look good, because all you ladies and gentlemen look good. And I just want to say thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And up next is not just beautiful women, ambitious entrepreneur women are coming up next. I want you guys to really give them a round of applause and be behind them 100%, because behind every successful man, behind every successful woman, it's a successful team. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you.